If my life was a video game, it would have to happen in the world of what I deal with every single day, a video game called development hell. It would be in the world of trying to get the green light. My character, I think, would be called the wordsmith. I would have this, like a shotgun. So the first level would be like a first-person shooter, where you've got the development executive zombies coming at you. I would fire pitch words that would destroy the zombies. You're trying desperately to get past to get onto the next floor. Your first level boss would be the producer. And we're talking studio producer, which is this horrible, gelatinous, heavy-set monster who's chomping on a scar the whole time you're talking. The guy that tells you everything you've done is brilliant, and so you blast away until the producer relents. He then tears open, and out pops your friend, the producer, who now is on your side. Now you're a team. You go to level 2, which, of course, starts to become development. Level 2 is kind of akin to the game Narc. It was like guys throwing drugs at you and literally throwing needles at you, and this being Hollywood, it actually is kind of a perfect example of what we deal with. So now it's about getting past the dreaded story blocks, which are like the Morlocks in the original The Time Machine. So these horrible creatures that are almost faceless, except they have this one big sucking hole in the middle of their face, and they suck all your good ideas from you, and they render you helpless. So you and now your partner, you're firing away at these things and trying desperately to avoid the giant lines of cocaine that are being thrown at you and the promises of success. And if you get hit with too many stories of what a genius you are, which is all nonsense, your head pops and you lose a life. The cocaine is sort of an instant, you're done. You get through that level, and at the end of it is the studio boss who is gonna let you start going to pre-production. He's actually kind of like a version of the first boss from the first level, except he's much better dressed, but he's still this gelatinous, oozing kind of creature, and he throws out more compliments than anybody else. That's the problem, because again, it's all nonsense. And usually your producer at this point jumps on your back with a knife and starts stabbing you in the back repeatedly. So now you're not just fighting the big boss, you're fighting the guy who's supposed to be your partner. Here's the thing. If you can manage to throw your producer into the mouth of the boss, that's the only way to kill the boss. The next section is where you actually make your movie, and it's like sort of the happy time before the real darkness, the big boss, your first screening audience, which is this giant thing made of 1,000 opinions, and it's terrifying, and almost no one ever gets past it. The only way to get past the screening audience is to give up director's cut and go with whatever homogenous happy ending they want. And if you're willing to do that, you get all the prizes that come with making the movie. See, the problem is, though, that you have to sell your soul in order to win in the game. If you're lucky enough, you end up at a poolside at the peninsula, and you get a 3-picture deal. And there's way more cocaine, and it's paradise. But like any good horror game, it's not a happy ending.